Well, now let's just make a couple little adjustments or check a couple of adjustments real quick. Yep, that seems to be okay. Good morning, Prepper. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Actually, I hope everybody's doing well. I had a interesting evening last night, which we'll get to in a little bit. We'll see if anybody's even going to come in for this live stream. Oh, voice sounds clear and good. Well, thanks. Thanks so much, Prepper. Uh, you know, when you're working with three different live streaming softwares, um, sometimes stuff conflicts, and that's an issue I had. Although it's interesting, I saw I guess, product release update on StreamYard yesterday or day before, where if you have the pro version of StreamYard, they are currently beta testing StreamYard to do 4K. But it's kind of weird. It's not going to be 4K broadcast. It's because, it's going to be live streaming is still 1080. All right. Even though you may be in 4K, it's still going to YouTube in 1080, but you can locally record it in 4K and then post it later. So I'm interested to see how that goes and what happens. Prepper sinuses. Oh, last few days. Oh, that's always nasty. Sorry to hear that. I hope you get feeling better, Prepper. I really do. Pyro, good morning. How you doing, Pyro? How's things doing? Bill Welsh. Hey, Bill, how you doing? Glad you could join us. I'm glad anybody can join us, We don't just simply do it and I don't know. I guess got some kind of a comment, but YouTube notice. But either way, our channel is not. It's not necessarily about the Philippines. Our channel is about our life in the Philippines and the things that we experience and go through, and some of the things that, others that we know experience and go through if they are close friends of ours. So, it's a little different from time to time, place to place, I guess is the best way to say it. Mr. Lippett, good morning, Edward. How you doing, Ed? Hope things are going well. Ricky Last, good morning, Ricky. How are things going for you? I hope you're doing well. Sharky joined us. How you doing, Sharky? Glad to see you could make it. So, anyways, last night, let's just get started with first off last night. Last night, Arlene was entertaining some of her Filipino friends. And I had no desire whatsoever to partake in what they were going to make and serve. That's the best word I can come up with. So I said, you know what, honey? You and your friends have a good time. I'm going to go to Kokomo's and try another camera setting and have shrimp dinner. And I will tell you, I don't like the food at Kokomo's. It is so inconsistent. It really and truly is. But the one thing that they are consistent about, and the one thing that I do like, and it's the only thing I actually get when I go to Kokomo's, is the fried shrimp dinner. As far as I'm concerned, they have the best fried shrimp dinner here in town. All right. And so that's what I did. Well, I'm sitting there minding my own business, reading the news. All right. Watching some of the RNC stuff and, the international news from the U.S. And a guy sits beside me. And I recognized him, but I just wasn't sure how I recognized him. And we didn't talk at all for about 15 minutes. Well, somehow a comment was made and we started talking. And then I realized who it was sitting beside me. I had dinner last night with the strongest man in the world. And that is not an exaggeration. It is not clickbait. All right. Now, this guy, his name, all right, and you can look him up, Bill Kazmaier, Kazmaier, Bill. And he is legitimately, or was, or has been several times, the strongest man in the world. He has won the competition, I think 3 times, 3 years in a row back in the 80s. He has a huge diverse background. And he lives here in the Philippines. And I had seen him, and I knew where I'd seen him from. From those of you that might be familiar with Banana Man, who does an absolutely tremendous volunteer program of not just feeding those that are way less fortunate, but actually he is building a dormitory slash, and I don't know if I don't want to use the word orphanage, but I don't know what other word to describe it. It's a compound for single moms or for those that are less fortunate. And they're doing a tremendous job. Banana Man's been around for a long, long time. And, once this is done and posted, I'll go back in and in the About section, I will add Banana Man's info. But anyways, so I had dinner with the strongest man in the world. And it was an interesting conversation. We talked about nutrition. Look at me. Okay. I'm no authority on that. That's for sure. But we talked about nutrition, about stem cells, about peptides, about his past experiences. He was a professional wrestler in Japan. He was a professional wrestler in the U.S. Talked about a couple of different things. Really, really nice guy. Really was. So I had my shrimp dinner, went to one bar, had one drink, okay, a very hardcore, straight up Diet Coke. And then by that time, I got notice from Marlene that things were breaking up at their party, and or not even, it wasn't really a party. It was just, some casual friends. And so I hopped in the trike and came on back. And it was, it was a nice, quick evening. I shot a lot of, or I didn't shoot a lot of footage, but I got a lot of footage of people watching up and down Walking Street. And I may try and edit that into something usable to post for you guys to watch. I don't know how you would feel about it, whether you find that interesting or not. I don't walk and follow girls or anything like that. It's just general people and girls. And they're not all bar girls. I mean, there are waitresses, there are hostesses, there are cultural dancers, there are retail clerks, there are people using Walking Street as a shortcut from MacArthur up to the Jeepney Terminal and Fields Ave. So, I mean, it's a combination of a lot of different stuff. But that was last night. Now, when I go do these things and I'm sitting there all alone, all right, Arlen was busy, I started thinking. And one of the things that I started thinking about was this recent meet and greet. And you know what? I'm going to catch up on a couple of comments here, and then we'll go from there. Smoothly, your channel is necessary. It's necessary for me. What can I say, Smooth? It's necessary for me. I have fun with it. But thank you, Smooth. And for those of you that haven't watched Smooth, you would enjoy him. Smooth is he's married to a Filipina. They have a child. They live in Vegas. They frequent Seafood City and a lot of other places. But Smooth just tells it like it is, and he's really good. Hi, Smoothly. I like your take on Calvin. FYA, watch your stuff. I didn't see that. We've been a little busy this week, so I'm behind on watching other people's videos. So I don't know what that's all about. In Prepper, I watch. Okay. Pyro says, I went camping for the first time in the Philippines, way high on a mountain. It was nice till the 3 a.m. windstorm. Yeah, I got to tell you something. We've gotten in the province in Mindanao, where our house is, we've gotten some tremendous storms in the past 3 days. And we've actually got some water damage, not necessarily flooding, but water damage from an issue that we've got to figure out. Only way I can eat shrimp is in tempura. I like shrimp tempura too. Appreciate it. Frank says, keep us updated on safety. Manila, concerned about family there, my friend. You know what? I don't think it's any less safe than it's ever been. I really don't, Frank. Petty crime is petty crime. Violent crime is there, but I don't know that it's any worse than it's been. But, with the elections coming, and then they have the SONA, the State of the Nation address, they've enacted the gun ban and everything. So, it'll be interesting, Frank, but I don't think it's a big deal. But we certainly hope that your family stays safe. Brian, yes, years ago. Yeah. It was like in the 1980s. Todd, how you doing, Todd? I hope you're taking a shift off. My God, Todd is bound and determined to retire as a multi-millionaire here in the Philippines. He works nonstop. I hope you're doing well, Todd. I really and truly do. Years ago, and a good guy. I've talked with him a few times. That's the first time I've ever run into him in Angeles. And I know that he lives here most of the time. Greetings, Mike and Arlen. Hey, Paul, how you doing? Thanks for making it. Ruby, good day, Ruby. How's things in Australia? Todd says, I saw Bill K hanging out at Envy, barely recognized him, so small now. Yeah, you know what? I would never have really recognized him, only because quite frankly, I never really kept up with it. But, David, thank you for making it. Did that guy mention why he chose Angeles cities to retire to? He is very active with Banana Man and some volunteer work, number one. He's married to a Filipina. They live here. And that's really about all I know. If I didn't know better, I would say they also have a home somewhere else. But it is, that's what I think. Brian 300, the service at Seafood City is so slow. Well, if you want slow, go to Hypermarket at SM. And I mean, you'll be grateful for the slow service you get at Seafood City. I've been to that. We've been to that Seafood City on more than one occasion. Thanks, Mike. Todd, anytime. Yeah, like I said, Todd, I would not have recognized him. It's really not something that I stayed abreast of. But, so let us see here. What else is going on? I'm really surprised at Hector. How you doing, Hector? Good morning. I'm really surprised at the number of girls on Walking Street. And I'll tell you why. Chippy Whiska, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. It seems like they are just coming in by the busloads. Like I said, I went and had one drink last night. Now, granted, it was a Friday night, and at most of the bars, Friday and Saturday night are mandatory nights. The girls receive a fine if they do not come to work on those nights, unless they have something else going on. With that being said, I will tell you right now, I walked in it was probably 7:20 to Lucifer. And there must have been 30 girls on stage. And I got there right before they do their switch out. And they switched them with another 20 some odd girls. And I'm like, whoa, how do they support a total of 50 girls? Is there enough business for that? I don't know. I really don't. But I do know that the number of girls, waitresses, door girls, it seems to be going up and up. I also noticed something else. So I started thinking about it. A couple weeks ago, we were out bar hopping, and when we were out bar hopping with friends, one of the single guys is talking to this girl. He's sitting beside me on one side, Arlen on the other side, and he's having this conversation with this girl, all right, for like 10 minutes. Okay, that's why you buy him a drink, is to have a conversation, right? Well, with that, it's like he turns around, he looks at me, and he just draws a blank. It's like shaking his head. And I'm like, what's going on? Well, I don't know what that was. Well, turns out this girl doesn't understand like maybe one or two words out of every 10. And that's it. And I don't know. I don't know how they expect to make money if they can't carry on a conversation. But then again, I guess that's not the business I'm in. Chippy Whiska here to visit. Ruby says, not sure if you guys were affected by the Microsoft. We were not affected. All of my programs worked fine. I'm on a Mac environment. but I did some work in StreamYard testing this record 4K type situation that they were talking about, watched some YouTube, and did some other stuff. My email worked fine, everything else. Everything, we didn't even know there was an issue until we read about it. Adventures with Roy. Even walking around this morning, I noticed a ton of girls walking towards Walking Street and the bars before Phillies. Good morning, Roy. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining us. For those of you that don't know Roy, he has a channel, relatively new to the Philippines and to vlogging, but give him a drop by, see if you like it. So anyways, a lot of girls walking there. You know what, Roy, you got to keep in mind that street is the fastest way to get to MacArthur. That's a very busy street in the mornings. People going down to McDonald's, people going down to MacArthur, because then they're just a hop, skip, and a jump into Johnny's grocery store, which is, about 4 times the size of JJ's, salons, everything else. So that doesn't surprise me at all, especially on a Saturday morning. Let's see here. Todd, boo-hoo. How you doing, boo-hoo? Brian 300. Hey, Brian. All them girls and not even close to enough of the customers. I don't know. I think it kind of depends. I'll tell you what I've noticed. Guys are coming home with 2 and 3 girls. I mean, we see them unload by the trike load. I call it the walk of shame at 3 o'clock in the morning. If I'm up, if I went to bed early, I'm up by 3, 4 o'clock, and these trikes and taxis are dropping off guys, and they've got 3 and 4 girls. So I guess maybe if you, oh yeah, there we go. Look, Ruby's saying the same exact thing. Brian, maybe get 1 bar girl, get the second 2 more girls free. I don't think it's free. Maybe it's discounted. I have no idea. Brian says, nobody I know was affected by Microsoft. It only affects less than 400,000 people. Again, I'm not sure, really, to be honest with you. I know Cebu Pacific canceled a lot of flights yesterday. I know that a couple of the airlines did. But you know what? I'm just getting my news through the international news. Smith, how you doing, Smith? Thanks for joining. Ruby says, over here, we had to stop working from 3 p.m. because none of our systems were working. Wow, Ruby. Adventure says, McDonald's in a very revealing dress. Makes sense. I'm just saying, Roy, there's all kinds of stuff. Brian, 300 Ruby. Wow, you really were affected. So the Korean bars, they shut down around 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 3 to 5 in that range. And then they'll reopen at 9 in the morning, some of them. So who knows? Boo-hoo, 3, I got to get over here. Come on over. I mean, there's nothing better than a buy one, get one. And I'm not saying that that's what's happening, folks. I really and truly am not. I'm not saying that. So let's see here. That covers dinner. That covers StreamYard's announcement. I'm not going to get into politics. It covers Bill. Let's see here. Storms in the province. So in Mindanao, we've been getting absolute ton of rain. And apparently we have a split air unit that I attached the condensation drip line to the gutter downspout. Apparently that came loose, and even though the air cons weren't on, because that particular unit is in the master bedroom and we're not there, that hole, which is like, maybe like this big, around 2 inches in diameter, it was flooding water onto our upstairs balcony. And our upstairs balcony was apparently dripping into the ceiling somewhat of our living room downstairs. So that's going to require some sanding, drying, sanding, painting type stuff. But, that's part of home ownership. Ruby says a lot were affected, including banking. Wow. Adventures. Maybe they're going to Jollibee and getting some delicious fried chicken. Roy loves fried chicken, folks. I tell you. Man, my bank balance in the USA was frozen. Pretty scary. Seems okay now. Ooh. I didn't bother to check. I did check my brokerage account this morning, and it doesn't look right. I'm showing I'm showing a hit, and I don't think it should be hit. But you know what? I don't know. LG, I was told the bars are currently closing by midnight on Walking Street because of rain, construction, lack of customers. It's possible, LG. At midnight, I'm in bed with my wife, and we're asleep. Regular guy, how you doing, RG? It's safe to talk about politics because everyone supports Trump now. I don't know. I got a best friend in the U.S., and it is always been a battle with him. He does not like Trump. So not everybody, RG, but you know what? Doesn't surprise me. Todd, breaking news. Philly came into Jasper's live. Philly and Jasper repaired their relationship. Negative video taken down. Both apologies. Well, that's great. You know what? That's really good. I'm glad to hear that. Thanks so much. Bruce ran into Bruce last night and his better half. And I will tell you, Bruce's better half is a far better looking woman than Bruce is. Well, considering Bruce is a guy, I guess that's understandable. Really nice. Ran into them last night as I was eating dinner. Great to meet up. Man, lesson learned is to keep cash with you for emergency cases like this to get you through until you know what, Ruby? I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking I might do a video on what you need to keep in your safe. Okay? What the basic necessities are. Regular guy, the amazing LG. Oh my gosh, Brewmeister. How you doing, Brew? Thanks for dropping in. Always a pleasure to have you on. LG, regular guy, why no vlogs or lives? I saw a video. Regular guy did a video a couple days ago on 25 reasons. I can't remember. Canadian legend in the chat. He's different, that's for sure. I thought it was 9:30 to 10 p.m. bedtime. It is. That is bedtime. So by midnight, I'm dead asleep. James Gilbert. John the Brit said goodbye to YouTube today. Said he may move back to New Zealand. You know what? You know something? If John is going to do what John is going to do. And whatever his woes are what they are. He obviously was not the easiest. He had very strong opinions, and maybe they just didn't sit well. But whatever his life changes to become, we wish him the best. LG may be alive today. I have a few vids in the works, but none are yet finished. I do not like, Prepper says, I do not like either of them, but if I have to choose, I would take Trump over Biden. And I agree, Prepper. I agree. And I have multiple reasons, but the biggest reason is I simply do not believe in Biden's health. But that's about as far as I'm going to go into this. Ruby, yes, prepare for any type of issue. I sure prep. Man, if you haven't seen some of Prepper's videos, you guys need to check them out. You really do. James Gilbert thought the Brit guy was receiving Australian pension. He might be, Ruby. I don't know. Expat, yep, at least one loves his country. Regular guy, Prepper, you're right. You can't trust these guys, but it's the lesser two, and it is. It really is. It is the lesser of two evils. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to say this, and then I'm going to try and not say anything else. I want the best thief available. I want the guy that is the smartest guy when it comes to utilizing all the laws and regulations to their benefit. And I think Trump is just the way it is. Mike Dowdy, my IRA tells me I like how the economy is right now. It was down 12,000 in 2020, regained and up 11%. Down 12% in 20, up 11%. I never made more money in my 401k than I made under Trump. Trump made me a ton of money in my 401k. Was Kamala not ready to be president? No, that blithering imbecile. Bye-bye, Expat John, a.k.a. ye old redcoat hater. Much luck and success. I don't know, Todd. Do you really and honestly think that he's gone? Regular guy, Mike, where did you go for breakfast this morning? You know what? I go to Tequila Reef on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Every other morning I eat here at home. Arlen makes my breakfast. This morning, we went to the rooftop here at Candy Palace and had breakfast together. Arlen's not a big breakfast eater. But this morning, she wanted breakfast, and I said, come on, baby, I'll treat you to breakfast. Captain Billy Jack, hello, Mike and the Shotters. How you doing, Captain? Nice to meet you. I'm not a Trump fan, but I love his message. Yeah, Captain Billy Jack, Dowdy. Dowdy sent you a message on Discord. It was just a greetings, bro. People are saying keeping Biden in office is beneficial to China. They want a weak guy reelected. And people say a lot of stuff, I mean, if we haven't learned by now that people say whatever it is that benefits them the most, just watch YouTube. Look at the drama that takes place sometimes. It's just bullshit. RG, you're from Canada. Go vote for Justin Trudeau. Adventure felt like I saw you both days. It's possible. You never know. Hold on, I did. I know. I remember seeing you. Oh yeah. You and your partner were on your way on Tuesday, and I think on Thursday, I saw you when I was on my e-trike, our e-trike. At Mike Dowdy, serious. I can't believe that. I did good when Trump was in office. Mike definitely a Democrat. I am not a Democrat. Okay, and I did very well when Trump was in office. I'll check it out. Cap, all this rain had me busy. Man, this rain's been kind of sucking. I'm retired from a union also. Okay, Mike, good deal. So let's see here. How many of you are getting sick? Well, not all of you are here. It has been bullshit weather. It really has. High humidity. Afternoon, it rains. Evening, it rains. Morning, it rains. Now, it'll be probably tolerable from like 9 o'clock in the morning till 2 in the afternoon. And then it gets crappy. It really does. I'm getting tired of it. At Mike, I hope so. He's way too old to wake up bitching about Americans and their pensions every morning. You know what, Todd? I agree. But I'm not sure that he will leave the Philippines. I'm not sure that he will leave YouTube at all. I think, if you read between the lines, he was all about how the law does protect people and you need to get a lawyer and this and that. And I don't even know how much of what he was saying was actually true or whether he's just trying to generate clicks. I don't know. Okay. I mean, it's obvious his channel has gone downhill for months and months now. His views have gone down. But I don't know. I really don't. And it's no big deal to me. Whoops. Paul, past and present in history. Mike, getting closer. 15 more days. Good deal, Paul. Good deal. Hope you have a safe trip. Rain every damn day. It seems like it, doesn't it? CBGB. It sucks balls here. It has been nasty, that's for sure. Awful sinus infection the last couple of days. Wet aircon. Maybe that's part of it. Yeah. This year it went from stupid high heat to rainy days. No shit, Prepper. It was like I was looking forward to a couple of weeks of just nice, reasonable. And it did. It went from hot as Hades to wet and just completely wet. Last week had at least 3 to 4 brownouts. We only had brownouts on one day, but that one day we lost power 4 times in that 24-hour period. It was ridiculous. America can't stop China products to the U.S. because of cheap prices. If the U.S. goes back into production, prices would go to the roof. People will complain. You know what, Ruby? I'm going to have to agree to disagree with you. I think that the government would love to see higher consumer prices in all of these things that come out of China. 80% of what the people buy coming out of China have nothing to do with what they need. They absolutely don't. Okay? iPhones are being made in India now. All right? Textiles can be manufactured reasonably cheap. I think, Ruby, that you're going to see a equal basis on tax tariffs. I really and truly do. Hector says, when I had a substantial amount of money in my 401k pre-retirement, I never looked at it as I know it was in for at least 33 years. Now, it didn't matter who was in charge of the government. Yeah, well, and that's the whole idea. Mike, I cashed my 401k out in 2020. The stock market was down when I did, and I rolled over my retirement account into a IRA. Yeah, they're essentially the same thing. Chippy Whiska, me too. Sinus stuffed up. James, according to John, he's not the head of his house anymore. He is now a single living in a box. I feel, I don't feel sorry for him. I really don't. I mean, John is the guy that told people for years about how to do this and how to do that, and you got to be this way and you got to be that way. And you see where it got him? Think of all those people, all right, that took his advice, and look how he ended up. I mean, even he's gone back to the poison pill of sitting there talking about Filipinos are just going to take your money. They're going to take your house. I don't feel sorry for him. I honestly don't. I think he did it the right way. He built a little bit at a time. And, I don't think he really sacrificed a lot financially. And I don't mean it didn't cost, but what I'm saying is I don't think he dug deep into his retirement and savings. Prepper, grabbed some sinus pills from Mercury, did the trick. Really? Good deal, Chippy. My sinuses have been all to hell. Also must be the weather or something in bloom. I'll tell you, if you've got allergy issues, it can really give you a problem here. Buenos dias, senor. How you doing, Dardos? How are things going? Let's see here. Let me take a look at a couple of things here. Hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to check on something real quick. Buenos. Bruce, good morning, Bruce. Are you a happily married man now? All right. Bruce was on the verge of getting married. I think he's married already. If so, congratulations. Dardos, buenos dias. Buenos dias, Dardos. James, did his woman leave him? Izzy and Chris, wow, haven't seen you guys in a while. Hope you're doing well. Finally able to catch it live. After the crazy heat and no rain, I'm welcoming it and want more every day. I know the drought will come again, so I'm not letting it rain get in the way. I don't mind the rain. It just is a pain in the ass sometimes. That's all. Good morning. Good morning. Trump's going to make China pay huge tax tariffs. I think he's going to make them pay tariffs. I just don't know how big. Boom, 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 boom. Andy Omar. Oh, my God. We have a legend in the house. Hey, Andy, how you doing? Yeah. John's giving all kinds of advice as he has for years, but his tune has certainly changed. Adventures with Roy. I've never tried to watch John the Brit. Might go check him out. Might learn something from what everyone is saying. You know what, Roy? Be careful about his advice. That's all I'm going to say. Good morning, Hector. Mike, anyone up to grab a Zima? Oh, no. I think Andy's thinking of maybe having a minor for breakfast. Hola. I think the Meet My Hoe line cost him. I would think, I'll be honest with you, I think that caused his partner to lose a lot of face. And from there, it really went downhill. Yeah, that was a crazy thing for him to say. It really was. I mean, even if, you can say a lot of things in jest, but I got to tell you, if I said that about Arlen, it would not be a pillow that she'd be tossing across the room. It would probably be a couple of knives and anything else she could pick up and throw. Yes, he's married. All right. Welcome to the club, Bruce. CBGB, Andy, I've been waiting for your videos. CB, what's up? Which vids? Hardly do much drama anymore. Okay, Andy. Brian 300, $6.86 for a head of cabbage today. Y'all can have $6.86 for a head of cabbage? Are you serious? That's crazy. Todd, Prepper, it was hilarious. Guess she finally figured out what he said. Well, it wouldn't surprise me that many of her office mates, family, friends, all watch his channel. Hayden, hope to come to the Philippines in the first half of next year. We'll do Boracay this time. Everything is so expensive in New Zealand. I would think, you know what? I thought New Zealand was like a real bountiful place for vegetables. Mike, did you ever figure out the whole camera thing on the balcony idea? I think I have. In fact, that's something I want to ask everybody. And I got to stop. You know what? I have to say this first. I'm spending my life savings on umbrellas. I keep forgetting them after the rain. Chippy, join the club. All right. I know that about a month ago, we had 5 umbrellas. 1 small one, 4 big ones, one of which was in the car, 3 in the house. Now I can only find 3 of those 5. And, every time we're out and about, they hit us, I need an umbrella. It's 200 pesos. Whoops. So, yeah. Mike, did you ever figure out the whole camera thing on the balcony? Well, yes, I think I have, and I may give that a try a little later. One of the things that I have to consider is when I do it. I don't know how, so far, I've been able to run start to finish, nonstop, 4K 60 in the heat without a problem. But to do the balcony, if it's in the afternoon, that's going to be direct sunlight. So I have to think about 2 things. First off, the exposure control. And second off, how hot is it going to get? I've yet to actually have my Action Force shut down from heat, but I would think that would maybe do it. And then as soon as I get caught up on the comments, I've got a question for all of you. Todd, yeah, he kept getting her into the topics. She got fed up. Andy's getting started on his Zumba. Is he? I heard he was washing his Speedos. Mike Daddy, let's do a Zima. I never had the opportunity to try one of those. China does not pay the tariffs. The USA importers pay the tariffs. and mark the products up to cover the importation cost. That's true. That is possibly true. But the bottom line is, if they can't sell it because they had to mark it up to cover the tariffs, well, then China's not going to sell as much. CB, I'm the instructor with this Speedo band on his head. Oh, kind of like Richard Simmons, huh? Wasn't that his name? Richard's? You know who I'm talking about. Zima. They have that here? I don't know. I don't drink it. That's Andy. For your safety, let's keep it at pillows. Yes, Dardos, please. Let us keep it at pillows. Been looking. Yeah, we've been looking for it too with no luck. Brian, serious cabbage at $1.99 a pound. Jeez. Zima is like apple San Miguel, ladies drink. Barnett Smackover. That was 86 cents for the cabbage and $6 for now we hear the truth. Where'd you get that sweet Olaf mug? This mug and another one were all from my daughter. All from my daughter. Ruby says, remember the Brit's partner mentioned that she's a government employee? So that wouldn't have gone well at her workplace either. Yes, Ruby, I would think so. Z-Chan, how you doing, Z-Chan? Nice that you dropped in. Where are you from? Bob Barker. If not Biden, then who for the Dems? I think Trump will win, and it won't be the doom and gloom. I think it's all over but the crying right now. Any remote location has higher prices. Yeah. Pepper, do you have miners in your basement? They're only 49 pesos. So just so everybody knows, miner is a candy that Andy found before we get in trouble. Okay, two things. Number one, this meet and greet that we had recently, I don't think has been of a great benefit and a great springboard to working together. So I'm asking all of you, I would like all of you, if you're watching this in replay, in the comments below, say something, but let me bounce an idea that I have. I'm thinking of hosting a YouTube forum, an YouTuber Angeles forum. Okay? And what I mean by that is not a forum like a website or anything. Once a month, we'll fill up the panel with YouTubers and then have people in the comments join and talk to their subscribers and their creators and find out, different things about them. And would they share or not? Now, I know you're saying, well, they can do that. They can comment on a video. Yeah, but it's not live. It's not interactive. Do you think as a creator, this would be something you're interested in? And do you think as a subscriber, it would be something you're interested in? The only reason I say this is we need to use technology to our advantage. Having these physical meet and greets are nice, but nobody's going to fly from New Zealand or from the US or from the UK or from Canada to come meet one of their YouTube friends. It's limited. It's so limited. So let's use technology to our advantage. That's the first thing. I don't know. I'll wait a few minutes, see what the comments are about that. Z, how's that 5-star life? Thank you, Chippy. Hayden, it is a bountiful place for produce, just not for beautiful women. short girls with black hair do it better. Well, Hayden, I got to tell you, the Philippines and even Thailand, no shortage there. Andy, not so much chocolate, does not store long. I have cocoa powder though. A view of the new bullet train construction would be cool. Right now, Todd, it's not much to see. It's just pillars and the basic outline of the Clark station. Even the pillars and the train yard, which there will be at Clark, there'll actually be a train yard. I don't know what they call it, where, trains are, not just a station to catch the train. With that being said, there's not a whole lot to look at. I did see, Arlen showed me a video that was released a couple days showing the railways concept, and they're saying the Valenzuela to Clark section will be completed by late 2026. So it's getting closer. Mike, you run in this heat? I don't run anywhere. Period. That would be a death sentence for me. Not that I'm not physically capable, but because I'm not physically capable. I have no feeling in my legs, my lower legs, either one, from about mid-calf down. I have a tremendous, terrible situation with Arlen just sent me a message. Okay, so Arlen is correcting me. Partially opened by 2027, completed by 2028. No, I mean, if I were to trip on something while running, regaining my balance would be impossible. So you must be talking to somebody else. Andy, are you still hunting? Brian does blogs still. Oh, you run the AC. Yeah, we definitely run the AC. Izzy, the family of the victim ain't doing anything. Can't help those who don't want to be helped. I think he's talking about, I know he's talking about. Rest in peace, Shelley Duvall. Zima ended with Betamax. I think Betamax came and went before Zima was, I don't know. Was Zima around for Betamax? I don't think so. Prepper, did you ever get into raw vegan cooking? Can make decent stuff out of the ingredients that can be stored. I've seen some in SNR back in March. Zima, really? Mike Ross, how you doing, Mike? Thanks for dropping in. We certainly appreciate it. Bruce, Mike Dowdy, are you from the Philippines? You're pronouncing minor wrong. I probably not. It's my understanding it is not a. It's not. It's a minor or something like that. I don't know, Mike, but yes, I know I'm saying it wrong. But I'm giving Andy a ration of crap. Living in the Philippines, Mike Dowdy says. Mike Ross, good morning. Mike Dowdy. Roy says he likes the idea. I like it. I just don't know how well it would be. I think it would be interesting. I mean, we need to find a way to make technology good for not just the creators, but for the viewers. Physical meet and greets are like so 19th century. The captain loves in-person meet and greets. I don't know who the captain is, CB. Mike, I like that idea and use technology. I agree with you. Thank you, Bruce. Is Zima like Mr. Donut and Kenny Rogers, a dead brand in the U.S.? I wonder. Would you have an agenda or topic in mind for your panel? I would think, Ruby, we could probably split it into two sections. The first part of the live stream might be a discussion between the creators about a topic or two. And the second half of it would be where the creators are answering questions coming from the subscribers that are tuning in. Prepper, just run a regular open StreamYard. It'll grow. It might, Prepper. I don't know. Todd, have 3 vloggers at a time cover a specific topic. Okay? And I agree, Todd. I mean, I do think it has to be something that's controllable. I think you and Prepper are both going down the same. It has to be something that is organized and not too complicated or diverse even. Prepper, make sure to invite Aloe. Aloe is always, you know what? I've had Aloe in my channel before, in my live streams before, as in the panel. And he has always been very respectful. I can't, I would sure I would be happy. I mean, not a problem. Mike Dowdy, I hope learning about the culture. I'm so happy my wife and others teaching me. It takes time, Bruce. You got years and years to go. I don't know, Bob. I just seen it and laughed about it. Good idea, Ruby and Todd. Ruby, how are you doing? Bob Barker. Others have hosted these type of shows. They can be very entertaining. I don't mind it being entertaining at all. I just don't want it to become drama. Live panel shows are the best content. Mike, thank you for meeting my wife, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Bruce. We met Bruce for breakfast, and Judith, I think. I hope I didn't get that wrong, Bruce, but now Bruce's wife, all right, for breakfast at Tequila Reef. Tuesday morning, I think it was. Very, very nice young lady. Bruce ain't a bad guy either. Hi from Queens, New York. That sounds like an interesting format. Maybe have 2 or 3 at a time. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it has to be somewhat limited. It has to be it has to be something that is controllable to a certain extent. Let's do this. If anybody would like to cam up and discuss it, I am happy to put it out there. If you would like to join the panel, come on up. Let me catch up here. Andy, as long as it's not losing the feeling from the waist down, you're fine, Mike. Thanks. I don't see anybody running in Angeles. I do. I see them about 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning. A couple of regular guys running down our Cisco. Mike Dowdy, Bruce, I've lived just north of Boracay, right on a white sand beach. I like the laid back living, but need to hit the city every few months. 40-minute flight to Manila, 2,500 pesos. Cool. Zima was after Betamax. Yeah, I kind of thought so. Bruce says, I don't run either. Walking at a steady pace, Bruce. Remember White Mountain coolers looked and tasted like Mountain Dew? Nah, I don't know that. Mike Ross, screw Andy Omar. All right, let's watch ourselves. Mike, when I come back, let's meet up. I'll buy us lunch. I love White Sand Beach. Sounds great. 5% alcohol. It's getting up there. Zima died along with acid wash jeans. Ah, okay. Damn, Todd. Bruce says, I've lost weight. My wife feeds me healthy food and exercise every day. Good for you, Bruce. Keep it up. My daughter said White Claw is the new Zima. I never liked Zima. I tasted it a couple times. Bartles and James. I remember Bartles and James. See, I think I gained with all the rice I eat with my girlfriend. You gotta watch yourself, Roy. Prepper. Al is a great guy to have in a live. Yeah, he's very, very accurate. Magandang God, Bruce. Even a topic at a particular vlogger has expertise in would be interesting. Yeah. Boone's Farm bought Bartles and James. Wow. You folks want to learn about preparing for emergencies? That's one thing. Yeah, Prepper absolutely could. He absolutely could. Boone's Farm. I'm having flashbacks. Ooh. How about malt duck? Does anybody remember malt duck? I would join Mike, but sinus has me sounding right. That's okay, Prepper. Nobody has to join. Do we have to wear clothes to cam up? Not only do you have to wear clothes to cam up, you got to cam up. In other words, you got to put a face. We have to put a face in there. Expat. Now that would be great. Almost 11 years in the province has taught me a bit. I bet. Do you have Prepper? Do you have solar on your property? I think if I remember correctly, Prepper put in a well that's like 200 feet deep. I mean, that you're talking, I bet he's up there at like 10 to 18 gallons a minute at least. Leave your phone exposed on a table and you'll see someone run. And Angelise, isn't that the truth, Bob? Heck, there I have a lot of portable solar stuff waiting to put a third floor on my building, then cover it with panels. Prepper, tsunami free zone, Baguio. My English buddy used to run every day, did a 6 to 12 hour bender daily, shots and smoking. And you see him jogging around in the mornings. Whoa, that is hardcore, Andy. Central Luzon on the lake. Prepper, I may hit you up for advice. I need to learn how to make good teriyaki and black pepper beef jerky. Can you make good beef jerky out of can you make it here? Do you need a food dehydrator to make it? I mean, that's what I want, some good beef jerky. Malt duck was my starter alcohol in middle school. Oh my God, Todd. Middle school. Malt duck was let's just say I was in college at that time. Don't knock in Prepper's house or you may end up in the well. Silence of the Lambs. Oh. Has anyone been following the Alice Gao, a pure Chinese national figure? Yeah, Izzy, I've been following it actually pretty closely. And it is bizarre. I mean, the house, the helicopter, I don't know, like 40, 50 bank accounts, all kinds of crap. An air oven on low. When you say an air oven, I'm not sure what an air, I mean, is that just like a regular oven? Or is that like an air fryer? I don't know. Hello, Mike from Behold. Hey, Wandering Doc. I met Wandering Doc for a brunch a week or two ago. How you doing? Hope things are going well. I really and truly do. Let's see here. Todd, put the lotion on the skin. Oh. We have a combo, air fryer, oven, microwave. We set the air option to the lowest temp. I don't know if ours is a combination. Air, oven, microwave. I mean, so it'd be like the air fryer to the lowest possible setting. I'd have to figure out how long would you do this? I don't know. I'll tell you. Let's see here. Let me check something real quick. Go. All right. So, anyways, Prepper, you should invent a karaoke rice cooker combo. Air fryers are. We love our air fryer. We use it all the time. All the time. Arlen loves it. We don't cook a lot in it, but we recook a lot in it. Or, you know, when you go out and you get wings and you got wings left over, but they're all soggy the next day, the air fryer is a godsend. Works just perfectly. Perfectly. I mostly freeze dry food, longer storage. See, I don't even know the difference. I don't know the difference, about freeze dry. I mean, I'll just be honest with you. I just don't know the difference. James Gilbert, Izzy and Chris. Now, we're not preppers, but we do buy meat, then section it and put it in our vacuum sealer before we put it in the freezer. But that's more like just being economical, I guess. I would think. That's more about what it is. Okay? So, that would be the first issue, would be this using technology for virtual YouTube forum. Would it be of interest to people? Would they watch? Would they attend? Okay. The second thing I want to talk to you about, Roy mentioned it earlier. I'm thinking of setting up a traffic cam from the balcony of our condo. Now, we are high enough to be safe, but low enough that we get a full, probably 500-yard bird's eye view of Narcisco Street, which is a pretty busy street. But what's better than that is we're right on top of the entrance to Candy Palace and a very busy retail place across the street, and the entrance to the garage and everything else. The way people drive, all right? Not the people watching, but watching these idiots. Would that be of interest to anybody? Would that be an interesting video? Would people I don't know. I mean, I'm just looking at different options and ideas. Okay. I make bacon in mine. Yeah, Arlen makes bacon in ours. If not open, freeze dried. So if not open, can last 8 to 20 years. Wow. Think of the backpacking, just add water. But how do you freeze dry something? I don't even know the process. CBGB, invest in CrowdStrike now. Yeah, just got reminded of more MREs. Better yet, CB, short the insurance company they use, as it's going to get beat up. No shit. It is. Hector Gupta, I have a whole series on Filipino tries MRE. Cute girls, too. Funny. Good idea. Oh, so anyway, so you know what? If you're watching this, in the comments, let us know. Let us know what you think about that type of content. It's not groundbreaking by any way, shape, or means. I have a special machine. It's actually a freeze dryer specifically created to do it. So does it actually freeze it? I don't even understand the process, Prepper. I have a smoker. I make my own bacon in the process of curing a ham. I tell you, that is the one of the things I do miss about the U.S. I had 2 great smokers, and I used to smoke half a pig, briskets, shoulders, hams, chickens, turkeys, even. And I miss not being able to do that here. And it's because I'm a lazy smoker. I've been smoking meats since I was in my 30s, but I got lazy using pellets and automatic pellet feeders. And once you do that, it's hard to go back. And here, that's just not an option. It really and truly, I would love to get a Traeger or a Green Mountain Grill smoker on my balcony, but I'd be limited on meats and probably pellets. Ooh, that would be cool. I could play the Benny Hill theme music. No kidding. Yes, Mike, jump in and just see how the panels go. Yeah, we may very well do that. So we'll have to just kind of wait and see, try and figure out, again, and for us, this is about our life, not about what's best for this and best for that. Bob Barker's, people like the walking videos. So maybe people would watch a live cam. I don't know. I mean, obviously everybody's going to be smaller. I've got a video. I tell you what, Chosen One. How you doing, Chosen One? How's Thailand? I hope you're doing well. I think you're still in Thailand. It's nice to have you in. I'm going to see what happens. When I went to dinner last night, I did a stationary camera on Walking Street. I'm going to post it, and we're going to see what the reactions are and whether people liked it or not. and that'll probably determine that. Buy beachfront condo in South Patagonia, I guess. Yeah. Or even McMurdo Station. Yeah. McMurdo's the definite place to do it, isn't it? I mean, you can't get much more ocean front than frozen ocean. It's good. I'm glad to hear that, chosen one. I hope you're having a good time over in Thailand. It's definitely different than the Philippines. That's for sure. It really and truly is. Without a doubt. But, so those are a couple of the ideas you can watch on the replay if you missed it of some of the things we could get going and doing. Talked about dinner with Bill, talked about a couple of different things. So we certainly appreciate it. You can sell beachwear to the penguins. You know, CBGB, I saw an article, an opinion, a news article in the Philippine Inquirer said that pebbling is the newest generation hot deal. And I'm like, pebbling? What is pebbling? I don't understand. And so I clicked on it, and pebbling, I didn't even bother to read it all. I just saw that pebbling has something to do with treating family and raising your kids the same way that the penguins pebble up their eggs. It's called pebbling. I'd never heard of that shit. Sometimes I can't figure out the news. Really and truly, I can't. And I'm getting sick and tired of suck-ass news. Really. If you can't find something worth reporting on, there's a problem. There really and truly is. I saw somebody, reporting on, you know what? If you see it yourself, you can go to the BBC, you can go to Fox, you can go to CNN, you can go to Manila Times, you can go to all kinds of international and national news things, and they have so much off-the-wall bullshit content. I'm sorry. Mike, have a good day in chat. Take care, Prepper. Hope you get feeling better. That's for sure. So, yeah. We could sell beachwear to the penguins. Are they going to pay you back in regurgitated shrimp? I don't know how they're going to pay you. They got no pockets. How can you have a tuxedo with no pockets? I guess that's how. Oh, man. All right, folks. Mike, is Saturday morning going to be a regular day for your live stream aside from Monday? Yes, Ruby. It has actually always been, but we don't always make it. But yes, we've been doing Saturday morning live streams for the longest time. But yeah, I mean, our Saturday, now we try and move the time around, but we're going to quit doing that because, we move the time around so we don't step on other people's live streams. But now they're moving their times around. And it's like, you know what? I can't, I need to get to something and keep it standard. And nothing wrong with anybody else doing a live stream at the same time. Nothing wrong with them changing, nothing at all. But for consistency, yes, we need to stick to the right, to it. Thanks, Mike and Arlen. Take care. Take care, Todd. Hope you have lots of articles done for it. Yeah, Andy, you're right. I thought it was lighting my farts. Oh, no. Bruce Davis came to the Philippines for my wife and to meet friends, but left U.S. to get away from the garbage. Chosen, how you doing? Ruby. Hey, Bruce. So, amen, brother. Till the next time, look forward to catching up again. Thank you so much, the Wandering Doc. So I don't know. I don't know if either one of those things seem to be of any interest. I don't know if trying to modernize how YouTubers interact with creators is worth it. I just don't know. News is mostly trash, especially out of the U.S. Philly in the Philippines. Hey, Brian, how you doing? I hope things are going well for you. Are you back in Surigao? Man, that was a very busy fish market. I mean, that was, I saw you in Surigao City, and that was really, I was impressed. I've never even seen that. Hi, Philly. Good day. I'm enjoying your journey. Yeah, Brian is having a journey, that's for sure. Absolutely, for sure. How's the how's everything else going here? Let's see. So, all right, folks, it's been an hour and a half. We are done. I have other things I need to take care of for Arlen or with Arlen. So, with that being said, we really appreciate you guys dropping in. We really appreciate you participating, and we're highly appreciative of all of our subscribers. So thank you so much. Have a great day. We wish you the best. Take care.